Good evening, all you Dragon Soul knowledge seekers and fanatics. Now, I haven't made a video in a couple days because I've been a little busy. Look up in that top left corner. You see that? 127. We finally reached our level cap. And also, here we go. We have reached Cyan. Cyan? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'll just call it C. Now, if you notice in this new update, we got our new upgrades. We got our level cap increase. We're up to 130 now. And so, now, many of you are wondering what tunes to work on and what tunes to avoid. Haha, void, get it. Just kidding. Anywho, now, what we got here is, I decided to bring my Unicorgi up. I didn't think he was going to be that necessary. And I brought Ninja because he didn't seem that necessary, but there's a few interesting gears to look at. This one right here, you get a good boost to agility, basic damage, and your accuracy. My accuracy. These agility based tunes have been lacking for so long. He also gets that same gear. Now that they finally have accuracy, they can hit a lot harder. Now, some very key heroes to hold off on until you reach that level 130 would be Dungeon Man, for example. If you notice in his gear now, what you want for him, by the way, let me backtrack a little bit. 314 energy, and it's a blue number. Now, with that blue number, expertise is a key stat to get from that. Now, if you notice, I have my stats of expertise at 48 just from the gear alone. Now, 23 of that is from all of my orange levels, or all the levels he's got it from, and his current gear now. Now, that green number down, that green number down there at 25, that comes from his current gear on after enchantments. If I look at, well, this one, see, he gets an expertise of +5, and then +10 after fully enchanted. That's 15 just from that gear. This one gets a +1, that one gets a +5. That's 6 right there. So now we're at 21 right there. And then this one also gives another 6, and that's 27. Now, once you get up in this level, in Cyan gear, you get this at level 125, which gives a +2. And then you get this one that doesn't give anything. That one only gives a +1. Now, that's all at 125. This requires 126, and all it gives is accuracy. This one is at 129 and doesn't give any expertise either. But this one right here gives you +10 expertise at Cyan, and it requires level 130. So basically, if you want to look at it that way, any of your expertise heroes, like Spirit Wolf even, you know, she gains that expertise boost. You might want to hold off until level 130 for that. Dust Devil is another big one. You know, all these guys are really dependent on their expertise. You know, his recharge, that's a blue number, that is an expertise booster, and you might want to wait for him because he also gets that gear. So basically, yeah, them guys. I haven't done my Dracul yet. He has also an expertise booster, but you know, like at level 129 he gets that big magic penetration increase that'll help his piercing out and his vampirism. And, you know, that one I can get right now if I wanted to, but you know, it's just a 200. There isn't any, it doesn't look like any intellect boost on that. You get one boost on here, which is a 130, which is what I'm gonna wait for on him. Revenant, also the same thing. He's got all these great boosts at 129 and 130. So yeah, I've decided to hold off on quite a few of those. I've also done Plant Up. The reason I did her up, I wanted to check out with her accuracy boost that she gets off of this. I figured maybe if she hits when she's in her defense stance more, she'll do more damage. It didn't seem like it really mattered that much. Her damage is still pretty small. You know, I decided to do him too because this is just strength and max health. That's all that is. I can give him more magic penetration and more health right there. He seems to, once he hits Cyan, to be turned into a really health-based hero. But if you notice on his skills, though, I mean, his skills don't really do that much. I mean, he's going to gain health from that. On this one, he does 8,000 damage. That's not really that much damage. And then this one gives him this one gives him healing, and then this one does damage but for only 8,000. I mean, he's not really going to get that much. So I decided to do him. I did Dragon Slayer. One is her accuracy, it gets a big boost. And other than that, you know, she's basically used for her energy drain stopping, you know. So it's really important to look at some of these heroes and whether to do them or not. Here is another one. I mean, she gains magic penetration there, but right here she gains that intellect boost at 128. So at 128, I'm gonna boost her up to Cyan. Who else is another big hero to look at? I haven't looked at my tanks too much yet. Like Orkmonk, I mean, he's not a really big hero. I mean, he's only gaining an accuracy boost. What the heck good is that? Strength, mat, you know, this is all, you know, tank boost stuff, so better to hold off until later. Dark Horse, he doesn't get any expertise boosts at this level. Now, expertise is very, 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 very important for this guy. And some of you may know, some of you may not, but if you look on his skills, on his shield, whoops, not that shield. Well, that one's also a good one. You know, he's getting more strength from his expertise, and then that actually increases by level, I believe. I'm not too sure. Yes, it does actually, because it gives it 90 more health. So every level gives it 90 more health. So he's one he's better off as he is right now. I would not upgrade him. I don't plan on upgrading him to Cyan at all. Another expertise-based hero, Berserker. He's losing a lot of expertise. Expertise is very, very, very good for me. I mean, he gets a +2 there, but that's it, just a +2. Whoops. Now, you really need it for his main shield there. You need it for this one more than anything, because larger shields and longer shields combined with Dark Horse, many of you may know, is a really, really, really big boost. I mean, it'll show up on there as a half a bar usually for Dark Horse just alone, unless you have his stats maxed out for shields, and he will gain that full bar, but it'll be a weak full bar. This Berserker add-on will make it a heavier bar. So you might want to keep his expertise where he is now, because at orange 8, yeah, actually, he gets only a +2 right there as well. So it appears he doesn't lose anything then. I mean, he gets the same thing. So, well, I just realized that by finally looking at him. So he'll get a Cyan boost because he'll gain more health and more strength. Another few of them I haven't looked at will be him. That requires a 129, and it gives him an agility boost. This one will give him a decent basic damage and crit rating, which is a good thing. So I could possibly get him evolved up. Those are just a few of the heroes. Let's see, Dwarven Archer. She also gets the same. It seems like the agility heroes are getting the same thing, kind of. So agility heroes, you can upgrade them if you want. I'm gonna choose to wait instead. Now let's take a look at this. Now there's a new chapter. Now you open up the chapter and look at all those cyan scraps in one. Remember when we used to go back here and you'd have to go here to get the dodge thing, then you have to go back to chapter 18 or something and go get something else like that. We don't have to do that with Cyan anymore. They updated that no more to where all that gear shows up there, and you go into here, and it's even got these and these in there. And if you look here, let's go to, I believe you have it, and you look at this, it's a holy pail in the robe. All right. So there it is. There's the holy pail in the robe, and this thing takes that. All the gear is all in one chapter, so farming will be a lot easier. I also heard they raised the drop rates on them as well. So it's 9:49. Let's do a random fight in the fight pit. Now with the new wolf meta, here's a good example of how it works. I got a Kraken and a witch in here, and that'll help slow the other team and speed up my team. My wolf isn't set up the best to get that movement speed like the rest of them. But this is a good example of what wolf does. She just stopped all their whites from happening. Now I got my moon proccing her radiant flux, and now they just stand there and watch me win, which it appears I've already done it. A little bit of lag. And there I am. I'm in first. So it's good to get your moon, your wolf, and your moon set up with as much starting energy as possible, and getting that wolf movement speed up. I've dropped down to 8th. Ooh, here's a good friend of mine. He's got a lot of Cyan heroes. I think his wolf, he has a really high movement speed on her, so I might not be able to pull this off. Another good thing that he did was he put Void in his line as well. With Void in his line, I'm forced to bring my D-Slayer out. And when I bring my D-Slayer out, that'll push my wolf back into position. And also it will take up a space for a tune. Now I got my wolf. Now I bring my D-Man out and I bring my moon out. Now what I want to try to do is I want to try to beat him to the line. So I'm going to throw her in. The hard part is it's throwing my wolf back another spot. It could help and it could hurt it. Alright, looks like he's running a DOT line, a damage over time line. I'm not sure why he has dust in there, but basically a good thing to do against the typical line. Most Dracs are set up with starting energy now, because once he starts going, he's done for. So I'm going to throw 2 energy drainers, the big 2 in there, and that'll help that out. And then since he has a piercing, let's throw a lot of shield in there. That impale can kill any of your heroes, especially when he's a Cyan hero. He gains a lot more power behind that. And since we got the whole line, we'll throw a Dwarven Archer in there. Line 3, we have the basic shielding Dwarven Archer line. Now what do we do with that? We're going to throw my damage over time line in there. So we'll put those 2 in. We'll put Plant Soul in there. And then we will try to take his Archer with my Spider and his Thief. Take those 2 out, that'll be good to go. Now the hard part is his Revenant. Revenant will be a tough call. He does a lot of damage. Oh shoot. I'm gonna have to put my Hydra in there to boost my Shaman and my Dracul. Now Shaman will give me some energy for my Dracul. What I'm trying to do is try to prevent his Revenant from killing my guys. So here we go. Let's see what we can do about this one. First line, I might not even pass, Alright, so I'm a little behind than a lot of the higher players because I'm saving up a little bit more. I did manage to get myself to the 127 mark, but oh, no, he hit first and I'm done for. So there's my collie for the night. I managed to make it to Challenger earlier by finding a lucky line, so I'm at least getting my 250, There's even a small chance that I could keep my top 10, because, we got 7 minutes left before rewards. There's not much I can do about that. And a couple defenses. There's a small chance I can make it into here. If I can do that, that would be amazing. Sadly, this will have to be a fast forward line. Look at all these. Look at these fight pit line powers. 206,000. That's just crazy. And you got Tim up here as well. He's 600k in Coliseum power. These guys are just growing and growing and growing. Soul Mart. I can buy a couple of those. I usually come here if you're, ahead of the game enough where you have, at least 30 of these guys, orange 8+, and a lot of them, war defense heroes, like Were Dragon. Were Dragon is really good at war defense on the necrotic week, I believe it is, or the fire damage week too. But if you have at least 30 of these guys, it's good to, use your contest bizarre tokens, pick yourself up a crystal shrine and then spend the rest on stamina. Basically the way I do it is every 5,000 I buy a crystal shrine and then the rest on stamina. Save up on my stamina and you know, use that for contests and events and stuff for building up. They have updated a lot. Look at the price of that poison dagger. It's now down to 4,250. You know, even the Cyan gear is, you know, down in the lower thousands too. It used to be 30, 40,000. Look at that right there. One of the big gears for 08. You know, that thing is only 2750. That's pretty good. You know, the prices have definitely gotten better. It seems like this is starting to turn around. We'll see how the other Cyan levels do. Well, I believe that's all for now. I hope you guys enjoy your Cyan gear, and you know, you can give me a like, subscribe, and hopefully, you know, I'll make some more videos pretty soon. I do want to make one as soon as I hit 130 and get my heroes up to Cyan, so I can give you a better look inside of them. So enjoy your night and good luck in your endeavors.